money for my young gunners.
God damn, boy. God damn. That bitch ablaze is burning to the ground. He's taking on the whole establishment. Well, hello, welcome back to another episode of Name Life with Paul. I'm your host, Paul. So something very, very scary and very, very real happened to me. Or, well, it didn't happen to me, but I witnessed it right in front of me because last night I was at my work and I was in my truck, and thank God that I decided to close the gate. But I'm just chilling in my truck. I'm not doing anything. I wasn't even on my phone. I wasn't reading a book. I was already done journaling and everything like that. And out of nowhere, this white car pulls up in front of the gate, which was already kind of normal because all throughout the night, there was like cars pulling in and like making a U-turn all throughout the night. But the moment that it turned from normal to not normal is when the back passenger door opened and then a body flipped out onto the ground like a sack of potatoes, and then this large, extraordinarily large man came out of the back driver's side door and then walked out, and he walked over to the guy and he started like kicking and punching him, and he was pointing a laser pointer at him. And then at the same time, on the passenger side front door, this lady came out and they started kicking this guy and they were like punching him. This is going on for maybe 10-15 seconds, and my instinct was first to maybe like honk my horn or open my door and kind of like yell at them to like, you know, like, hey, knock it off, like get the fuck out of here. But then in my mind, I actually said this to myself. I said, Paul, do not engage. Do not involve yourself. So I'm watching this go on and I decide to look at the laser pointer, like why is this like rather large man pointing this laser pointer? And I'm looking at the laser pointer, and then my brain finally clicks and I'm looking at what he's holding and I'm like, oh my God, that's a gun. As soon as I realized what it was, the huge man, he grabbed the guy's collar with like his left hand and he's like pointing the laser pointer like right on his face. And then it like really hits me deep, like, oh my God, they're literally about to murder this man right in front of me. And what sucks is that because nobody else is around, I'm literally going to be the only witness. And I've already scouted the area out earlier and I already noticed that there was cameras everywhere. So I literally couldn't just like leave, because like my license plate is going to be on the security camera. And it's like, now I'm gonna be part of this, and like all I do is just like, I realize that like, oh my God, they're about to shoot him. So like all I do is I literally just take my head like really slowly and I just kind of like lean it against the wall in my truck and I just like close my eyes, because like I honestly didn't want to see it. Like, I didn't want to actually witness anything. I just wanted to hear it and then inevitably just call the police. So what like really scared me was like when I had my eyes closed, I heard the passenger door slam and like it sounded like a gunshot. So like I opened my eyes and the last thing that I saw was like the gun, like the way that he went in, he like went into the car like that, and like just seeing like the gun slip into the back of the car and then like they squealed off. And then that wasn't the end of the story, because like me and like this dude who's like laying on the ground is like still there. At that point, it was still the same story, same situation. I'm like, Paul, do not involve yourself. So clearly the people didn't see me who were in the car, and he didn't see me sitting in the car watching him. But like, very sadly, like, I see this man, like, who's laying on the ground. He gets up and like he's like going like this, and like there's like blood dripping from his nose, and he basically just limps off to where I can't see him anymore. And I'm so glad that like I told myself, Paul, do not involve yourself, because like I've been trying to teach myself that for I'd say for the past like 3 or 4 years, because like when I was a lot younger, when I had my 1996 Honda Civic, and I used to see like cars on like the side of the road and the people were still on the road, I would like all the time, I would like take the exit, go in the opposite direction, take the exit and then come back around, and I would just like help random people. And I still have to catch myself now. It's just like, even in dire situations that could be potentially fatal like that, it's just like I can't involve myself in people's issue. Like when I still, like, as you can see, like I'm still like freaking 340 pounds. It's just like I still got shit in my life that I need to work on. So I've been stopping myself. I'm like, literally, it doesn't matter the situation. And at this point, you might think, Paul, you're a monster. Oh, the camera's on level. Paul, you're a freaking monster. How could you not help with society? Society needs help. You're supposed to be Batman. You're supposed to go out there and help. And actually, just earlier on today, I was riding my motorized scooter to the library to go get a brand new book on script writing. And if you've been watching these videos from the beginning of this year, you know that like I try for the majority, I'd say about 85% of these videos are scripted. So I was going to get a book on scripts, but in the court system, with any sort of legal problems, it's basically a script. And I saw this accident that these two cars were jammed together in like front of a 7-Eleven, and there were these cones off to the side, and in my mind, automatically, as being like a helper, I wanted to go over there and put the cones out there so like another car doesn't come around the corner. But what happens with the script is that if you as an individual write yourself into the script of, oh, this individual, this heavyset individual wearing all black walked over and then put cones out to the side, you write yourself into the legal system. If you don't give your name, your number, and your address, it's like, you know, they're not gonna go out there and seek you out. But in my situation, especially since I have such a large goal of becoming like a mega star on YouTube and actually becoming good at my craft and in making these videos, it's just like I have literally so much work on my desk that I need to personally tend to, that I simply cannot just keep on like putting my hand in so many random buckets that I literally had nothing to do with. So the overall thesis of this video is mind your damn business. Do you know that at one point, instead of in God we trust on like the pennies and the dollars, they were going to put mind your damn business? I read that somewhere. It might have been a joke, but yeah. Mind your damn business. Focus deep within your body. Focus deep down inside of yourself and fuck everybody else. Because could you imagine if I involved myself with the guy with the gun, and then later on it turns out that the guy that was laying on the ground like smashed the big guy's mother, like they had sex or something, and like I just involved myself in someone else's business that had nothing to do with me. And also the reason why I switched locations is because literally, I'm not even joking, as soon as I said that he was holding a gun, the security vehicle started pulling up on me, and I was like, ooh, and then fucking, you know, every single time I see one, I just, you know, start packing up all my recording equipment. I just move to a different location. What?
I can understand these broke niggas aren't coming in. Yeah, call us in, there's 20 bitches here, let them in.